Chief Meteorologist Chase Jones.
I just cannot believe we're already halfway through September. It just keeps flying by. Next thing you know, Steven's going to be out of here, and Halloween is right around the corner. Now, we keep talking about Oktoberfest because I'm really trying to keep a track of some of these better holidays making their way through. Of course, it's Disaster Preparedness Month, and nothing better to do with this quiet, beautiful weather than get ready for some severe weather, because you know how it likes to sneak up on us. Now, temperatures over the last 24 hours from those 90s back down into those 60s, right back up into those 90s, then we're going right back down into those 60s. So we're on that 30-degree roller coaster, but I promise you, as soon as this blocking pattern makes its way out, some faster weather is going to make its way through, cooler and drier on the table. 77 in San Angelo. Everybody else joining us in those mid to lower 70s across the entire area. Take a good look. 82 in Robert Lee, 74 down there in Junction, 8 degrees across the entire Concho Valley for a beautiful evening. But I promise you, those strong southerly winds are going to keep us humid throughout the rest of the week. Dealing with some tropical weather. Tropical storm Mario off the west coast, going to keep pushing more cloud cover up and around the Sierra Madres. Dew points are in those 50s and those 60s, while humidity indices are in those 40s all the way up into those 70s, so doubling themselves in only a couple hours. But that's going to be the steady case as we make our way again through the third week of September. Moisture tracker is going to show you Tropical Storm Mario making its way up the west coast, trying to fight its way around California and parts of Arizona. But I promise you, all that moisture going to make its way around New Mexico and find its way into the Concho Valley. Hopefully more rain on the way. You saw the drought monitor last week. If you didn't, I promise you, shades of yellow are trying to fight their way in. I'm on the lookout for a drier winter. Take a good look by next week. Of course, we're on the countdown towards Friday night football, but look at the size of this long wave trough fighting its way through just on the eastern side of the Rocky Mountains, and I promise you some higher winds off the west coast, but that is a strong high pressure right there around Southern California. Water vapor imagery showing you a cutoff low around Montana. Here comes some tropical activity off the west coast and another strong low pressure off the west coast. The high pressure in between of it pretty strong right now, so we're going to see some stronger winds off the west coast, not helping with a lot of those forest fires. Severe weather outlook still going around the Concho Valley, but we take you down to the surface to get a better idea of some of the severe weather. Not really seeing a whole lot of activity. Things are calming down. Again, that high pressure suppressing a lot of that daytime convection as we make our way into a pretty quiet September. Down at the surface, well, we already talked about the surface. It's so quiet out there. Take a good look at the futurecast. We're going to keep our eye on the cutoff low, the circulation around the Rocky Mountains. This cold front's going to work its way down across the Great Plains into the Panhandle, and I promise you, by the time we get to the middle of the week, I run out of data, but you see Tropical Storm Mario off the west coast, so a lot of moisture going to push its way up and around the atmosphere, around the Rocky Mountains, and then it's going to work its way down slowly. So I'm waiting for it to get here. So tonight, all the way back down into those 60s, keeping my eye on those southerly winds. I'm on the lookout for a little bit of light rain. I really want it to. Then tomorrow, a good run of those lower 90s, and I'm on the lookout for afternoon rain because we're stuck in that pattern of 30 degrees. But as we get closer towards Stephen's last day, we're going to keep seeing those beach-like conditions, perfect for packing up. But then as we get closer towards Friday night football, it's sort of a roller coaster of emotions. One moment we're upset, then it's time for inside the game. But those temperatures still locking themselves in those quiet 90s, while those overnight lows stay in those lower 60s. Stay tuned. I won't have to break. You're watching KSAN News at 10.